What's up, guys? Michael Edward here, your head trader at True Trading Group. We've got a special. Oh. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I lost my connection there for a second. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome to our live stream. What's up, guys? Michael Edward here, head trader at True Trading Group. We've also got Jason Spatafora with us today, aka the Wolf of Weed Street. Jason Spatafora. Everybody give him a round of applause. Round of applause, everybody, for Jason Spatafora.
Howdy, people. All right, let's get cracking.
Nice, guys. Yeah. We had today was TTG Tuesday. We had a lot of people that are on the stream right now that actually joined us today for TTG Tuesday. We had a really, really nice day in chat today. Guys, hold on a second here, guys. Move this over. I'm gonna see if I can get this more into view for you guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, guys, we had a really good day today in chat for TTG Tuesday. For those of you that did not join us today, TTG Tuesday, guys, every Tuesday I open the chat room up for free for everybody. You can come in, trade with myself, Jason, the rest of the TTG crew. You see my screen, you hear me on the microphone breaking down all my analysis. Jason's also on the microphone as well as we kind of go about our day. So a lot of you did join us today, and we had a great day. SGBX, huge short squeeze in the afternoon, 350% short squeeze in the afternoon, ended up going much higher in the afternoon. And this is a trade we were all over in chat. I entered SGBX at 484. My final take profit was 715. So I did leave some on the table, but still, guys, very happy with the trade. Was a big win, and it's all based off of a very specific trade setup and pattern that is known as the trade line VWAP crossover. It was a textbook setup, and I'm going to share that recap with you. I'm going to go through that trade setup, and we're going to discuss the check marks, right? Everybody always asks me questions with what do what do I need to look for before I enter a trade? And I'm going to walk you guys through that step by step with this trade line VWAP crossover pattern. All right. I'm going to literally walk you guys through. This is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, pull the trigger. We're going to go through that on SGBX. And then Jason today had some big wins as well. Jason, was 100% on those Roku options today?
It was 100% on both. It was Roku. I wasn't a math major, but it was 0.75 to 201 was the high. We started peeling profit off at 150 for a tidy 100%. A lot of people got in under 70. Just because I was the first, usually, you're the first one to jump off the boat. It's like Saving Private Ryan. I'm taking all the fire. And then Apple, it was 247 put, 247.50. Again, I went a little bit early, and that one ended up going to $4. So from a $2 entry. But, the whole process of the Apple trade was it's having a lot of trouble up in this range. And if it ends up going down and cracking below 258, it's going to pull the entire market with it. And that's exactly what happened. And it spilled over into every other put that people were doing.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, we're going to go over and we're going to recap all of those trades. We're going to recap Jason's trade in Roku and in Apple, those options. And then we're going to recap the SGBX trade today. So today was a really good day in chat. If you guys, so what I'm going to try to do, guys, you see some of you guys say that there's an echo. Let me try to turn down the volume and see if it's any better.
Good with me.
Yeah, guys, I'm just going to have to
put a headset on, dude. Like we're gamers.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have a headset that I can plug into this laptop.
All right. Well, welcome to Wolf of Weed Street Hour. I'm your host now, Wolf of Weed Street, because I've got a headset. And, while Mike is fixing the audio, let's go over,
Yeah. So, guys, what we're going to do before we get things started. I'm going to open the floor up and we're going to do a blanket Q&A session. So just like the way that I start, every live stream is we open the floor up for a blanket Q&A. So we're going to give a few minutes to let some people log on and join us before we actually get into the recaps on the trades. So guys, feel free, fire away, either myself or Jason, if you guys have any particular questions for us, either on an individual trade or any general trading questions. If you guys have any marijuana related questions for Jason, I'm sure some of you do with the way that they've been moving lately. So guys, just feel free to fire away questions in chat, and we're going to give probably we'll do about 15 to 30 minutes of Q&A, give some time for people to log on, and then we'll get into the trade recaps.
Yeah, let's try that.
Richard asks, on a day-to-day basis, what are you looking at to find a trade to get on your scanner? So, Rich, I have a very basic scan setup. I don't have like this crazy difficult complex scanner. The main things that I use for my scanner, guys, are leading gappers on the day. So stocks that are gapping up the most or gapping down the most, that hits my scan. And then I have high a day scanners. So stocks that print new high of the day, they flash on my scan. And then I have like unusual volume or a strong volume surge. I have that on my scan as well. So I have very basic scan setups. SGBX popped up on my scan today in the morning because the big gap up and then it was halted within the first 5 minutes of the day. So we were halted right there in the first couple of minutes. It then was on my radar from that move, and then I added it to my watch list for the rest of the day, and I would constantly just keep an eye on it. And then after 1 o'clock, the stock made a very specific move that really caught my attention, and that's when the trade line VWAP crossover setup started to form. And that's when I started to take things a lot more serious with this SGBX, and I started to look for an entry. I'll save the recap on the entry and on that setup for when we get into the trade recap. But that's how I set up my scanners. They're very basic scanners. You can Trade Ideas has a good scanner. I know E-Trade's got a good scanner. I'm not familiar with TD's scanner. Finviz is a good scanner. Some people said there's the new scanner called Scans. Some people in chat said that they like that as well. But Trade Ideas has a good scanner. Albert wants to know, why can the SPY dump and the VIX stay down also? Because, Albert, The VIX is not measuring and tracking the SPY. The VIX is not a direct inverse of the markets. The VIX measures fear and volatility in the marketplace. Essentially, guys, as the VIX goes up, all that is saying is that traders expect the markets to move a certain percentage during the day. So like the VIX over 80 means that traders expect the S&P to move more than 5% in a single trading day. That's essentially what the VIX means. It's volatility. And that's why you can have the SPY actually go down and the VIX go down with it, because it's not an inverse. It's not SPY goes down, VIX goes up. It's not VIX goes up, SPY goes down. That's not the way that it works. It's not a direct inverse. So the initial fear factor of this market crash is out of the market. Okay. The 37% drop from peak to trough is out of the way. Okay. Now you have reality setting in. You've got recession setting in. You've got where we are right now in the marketplace. That initial fear factor is gone. That's why you're seeing, even though the SPY may move lower, you're never going to see the TVIX back at 1,000. You're not going to see the VIX back at 85. Even though the market is continuing to move lower, they're not a direct inverse. And that's why it's very important for you to understand that relationship, so you don't mistake that correlation and make a trade off of the wrong analysis. Danny wants to know my thoughts on the SPY tomorrow. Danny, tomorrow, I think we continue this pullback. I've been calling for a pullback back into the 240s now, maybe even the 230s. I still do think we get that. I actually went after SPY puts last week. I got burned on them because I was a little too early on the trade. I don't have any SPY puts open right now, but I will be looking to get some throughout the week.
Yeah, and I could pretty much echo that. I'm looking at futures right now, and they're down like 1%. But the way futures have been trading, they're just kind of out the window. Remember also, and Mike could get into this, maybe a little bit more in depth and explain it. The end of the quarter was today, so rebalancing could have ended. And we were tracking that in chat today as well, because you had all of this going on top of like last week with the absolute worst jobs numbers, and the market just ripping faces off. So there's a lot of QE going on. QE is quantitative easing. The Fed is just basically throwing a lot of support this way, on top of a lot of traders and people that trade big money just kind of getting caught with their pants down, because the market is not acting the way it's supposed to under normal circumstances. But these are not normal circumstances. So the textbook for how things trade is completely out the window, and we're off script.
Yeah, very true. Good point. Yeah, the echoes kind of go. Yeah, we got an echo on Jason's end, but he likes it. It probably makes him feel like he's more at home with Star Wars. Marijuana questions. What are your favorite way to consume? Yes, Villa Chang wants to know, do I message you for future trades? Important thing to know and to notice, guys, is that in True Trading Group, I'm on the microphone. Jason's on the microphone throughout the day. There's not an echo throughout the day in chat like we have now. But throughout the day, okay, I'm sharing my screen with you. I'm on the microphone. I always let you know what I'm about to do before I do it. So when SGBX made its move today, okay, when SGBX made its move today, I was calling it out in chat. I was talking people through it. I was walking them through the setup before I enter the trade. So it's always pointing out, guys, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I think is going to happen. This is what I plan on doing. This is my entry. This will be my stop loss. I always talk through the trade before I actually enter the trade. We have many times in chat where a lot of members are in trades before I am, because once I bring something to people's attention that I am looking at, that I'm starting to focus on, people act on it. You don't need to wait for me to put out a trade alert to enter a trade if you guys like a specific setup. So when I see something that I like, I always call it out. I always talk about it, and I let you know what I'm looking at. It's never like, surprise, I'm in a specific trade. Dazani wants to know about a good watch list source. Dazani, as a member, you have your member dashboard. Your member dashboard is where you log into every day. And guys, I'm going to show you guys the member dashboard later on this live stream. I'm going to walk you guys through the back end of the website to show you what the member dashboard looks like. And I'll give you guys an inside look at what it's like to be a TTG member. But every single morning around 8:45 a.m. Eastern time, we post a watch list to your member dashboard. It's the list of the stocks that we're watching pre-market and why we're watching them, what's the reason they're on the watch list, and what do we expect them to do. So, for example, if stock ABCD is gapping up for FDA trial news, it'll be on the watch list. ABCD reports positive phase 2 FDA data for so-and-so drug, gapping above $10, key level, 200-day moving average, watch for a pullback into that 950 area, looking for support, watch for an extension move towards 12. That is what will be on the watch list every single day. I'd say it's probably maybe about 10 stocks long that we usually have up on the watch list in the morning. And that's something that you guys will be able to see in your member dashboard each and every day at around 8:45 a.m. Eastern time. Christina wants to know how I can be a member. Well, guys, we have an offer that we were running for the entire month of March. We have an offer running for the entire month of March that gets you a 30% discount. We'll post that link and coupon code in chat in just a moment. But you use the coupon code TTGBM2020, and that'll get you a 30% discount on our membership. There it is. There's the link right there in chat. All right, guys, there's a link right there in chat. So that's a 30% discount, Christina, and anyone else that's interested in wanting to know how you join and how to become a member. You guys can click on that link right there. It'll get you a 30% discount.
Croca with the marijuana question. Thoughts on CanTrust? Thinking it will happen to more companies. So if you didn't see the news, CanTrust is filing for bankruptcy. If you don't know who CanTrust is, that's a company that had illegal grow rooms last summer, got caught. They were like a $10 stock. They were one of those companies, one of those pot stocks that over the summer was really hanging in there. I had a monster position in CanTrust, unfortunately, and then all that stuff happened, and it went from like $10 to $4 to $2 to class action lawsuit. So anyway, yeah, look, I think a lot of companies are going to go bankrupt in the cannabis space. What a lot of people don't realize is, everybody's talking about, oh, the numbers are great since the coronavirus. Well, that's nice, but the real headache for the industry, it's two things. It's in 2017, early 2018, there was an arms race to acquire grow houses, greenhouses in Canada, in Europe, all over the place. And a lot of these companies overpaid. I mean, if you take a look at Aurora paid $1.2 billion for MedRelief. Aurora's market cap isn't even $1 billion right now. So they've got all this goodwill. They also overscaled. Everybody was building these massive facilities. The money was cheap. And then when the banks started cutting them off, it created just this vacuum. But the real issue is once they did start producing and did start growing, there weren't enough places for them to sell their product. So, you know, the dispensary count in Canada needs to be, you know, divide the population of Canada by 10,000, and that's your dispensary count. Ontario, which is the biggest province, has like 14 million people. They've got 40 dispensaries. So, you know, the whole idea was, hey, let's legalize marijuana to kill the black market. And instead, what they've done is they've made the black market stronger. At some point, that's going to catch up. But, you know, are they going to be able to get to that point by the time the US legalizes or anything? So a lot of these companies that are cash strapped, have big capex and opex, are going to go away, or they're going to merge, or they're going to get acquired. CanTrust, I mean, they've done a lot of bad things, so you know, it's not shocking that they're going first. But there's going to be a lot of other companies too that are going to, you know, look for bankruptcy protection in the space.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see how that the whole situation kind of pans out. Feels like everybody's like kind of like on their toes, like waiting for some progress and some direction. It's like everyone's waiting for it.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm the biggest bull in pot stocks, and I'm, you know, like, I'm not sizing. I don't want to size up right now. Like, people are like, oh, look at Tilray, look at Canopy. And I'm like, hey, guess what? A month ago, they were 80% higher, you know, 50% higher. Like, you know, in January, Canopy was $25 trying to push 26, and I got crucified for telling people to take profit.
Yeah.
That it was just, it was, yeah. And the same thing with Kronos, Tilray, everything. And then last March, I said, okay, look, I'm going cash. And this is March 5th. I announced it. And then by March 9th, I said, I'm completely out of everything, and the whole sector is going to pull back, and I'm just buying puts. And everybody's like, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. And now everybody's like, oh, buy the dip, this thing's going to the moon, and they're buying $2 stock. So, you know, where you want to be invested in the long run is in the United States, because Canada is going to have a lot of issues, and you know, we've just got a bigger population, and we're actually putting up serious numbers.
Aren't there more licenses in LA County than the whole country of Canada?
Yeah, I'll put it in perspective for you. Colorado, which only has 4.5 million people, did $1.7 billion in cannabis sales in 2019. That completely dwarfed what Canada did, and Canada did that with a population of, you know, 35 million.
Crazy. Yeah, that's
So
I'm waiting. Like I'm a big marijuana bull myself. Jason and I both, guys, are big marijuana industry bulls, long term. I think you will get some, you know, serious wealth building opportunities there, once the industry kind of catches up with itself. And this is a situation where the cart went before the horse, as far as hype and, you know, industry infrastructure. But the U.S. is going to be where it's at, and I'm waiting for like real legislation and progress in the United States, before I put a large chunk of money to work as far as a long-term investment is concerned. And you know, somebody actually asked me in chat today, like, what's my favorite long-term cannabis stock? And I haven't identified it yet. Honestly, it's not going to be one of the Canadian names. You know, it will be a U.S. company, but I think it's a little bit too early, at least for me. You know, Jason follows the marijuana industry a lot more closely than I do. But for me, at least, it's too early for me to say this is my favorite. I still need some development in these companies before I can kind of make that stance.
yeah, and look, I do have favorites. I just wouldn't touch them right now, no matter what. And the reason that I really like these companies, but what I fear is their share unlocks that come in the summer.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you say, guys like me know that there's going to be a supply, and that's just going to dwarf the demand. And we're going to short that. And then we're going to buy the stock when everybody is just panicking because they don't understand what's going on. Like take a company like TrueLeave. I love TrueLeave. They're local. They're a Florida company. I am friends with Kim Rivers. She sends me all kinds of swag. And I tell her, I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, when are you going to get in? And I was like, yeah, after your share unlock. You've got 60 something million shares that people got for $1, $2, or $4 when it was private. And why wouldn't you take 100, 200, or 300% or 900% profit off the table, especially in this economic climate? We don't know what's going on.
They're gonna come right out of that.
And look, I've never seen a share unlock where the thing's actually gone up.
Yeah, especially in this kind of environment.
Yeah.
So there are a couple other people are kind of asking some questions. I'm following along in the comment section. A couple people are asking about memberships. There's one person specifically said, I'm brand new to this. How do I get started? My suggestion to you on how to get started, if anybody is watching this that's brand new, that really doesn't know what they're doing at all, maybe you haven't even opened an account yet, or maybe you have, but you're really struggling, you don't know what you're doing. The main thing and the main key for you is really to learn first, get an education first before you start putting your hard-earned money at risk. That's why the majority of traders end up failing, is because they put money to work before actually learning, and they lose all that money before they ever give themselves a chance to learn. It's really truly a shame, because you don't even know if you had what it takes. You might be a phenomenal trader, but you don't even know, because you dove in head first instead of walking in from the shallow end and learning first. You dove straight in with all your money. You lost it all because you didn't know what you were doing. You never gave yourself a chance to learn. There are beginner and foundation courses available at True Trading Group that literally will start you off from square one, like literally helping you. What's the best broker for you? How do you place a trade? Market commentary, vocabulary, definition, basic stuff that walks you through from start to finish. As well as obviously all the advanced course material, which is all the stuff that I learned when I worked at the hedge fund. I wasn't going to talk about this until later, but I want to kind of share something with you guys. Jason and I actually spoke about this the other day. If you guys are not aware, for the entire month of March at True Trading Group, we've been doing a TTG stimulus package with everything that's been going on with the coronavirus. If you've been following my other live streams, you know that we've been doing a stimulus package, which is, the U.S. government is providing stimulus to the American people. The Federal Reserve is providing stimulus into the economy as well, and the credit markets and different things. So True Trading Group has been extending a 30% discount to all those people that are looking for ways to take advantage of this environment, because I've been saying, and I continue to say, that I think this is the greatest wealth building opportunity that we have seen. And I wanted to make sure that people, while they're struggling, they're worried about their job. The kids are home from school. Some people got laid off. Some people are being furloughed. Business owners are concerned because their businesses are closed. They're not generating any revenue. So we had this 30% discount. It was going to expire tonight at midnight. But the other day, President Trump announced that he's extending the social distancing guidelines until April 30th. So we are, and now they're also talking about a phase 3 stimulus package as well. So at True Trading Group, we have decided to extend our stimulus package as well till April 30th. I really, guys, want to make sure that the people that want to learn this skill have the ability to get access to the resources and information that they need. So it was supposed to expire tonight at midnight. So just in a couple hours, that deal was going to expire. I'm now extending that 30% discount until April 30th. So for those of you that are joining us on this live stream, if you guys are interested in joining True Trading Group, I'm extending the 30% discount until April 30th. Just use coupon code TTGBM2020 to get that 30% discount. Or if you guys are here specifically for Jason the Wolf and you're part of his Twitter, and that's how you came across True Trading Group, you can also use Jason's coupon code as well, which was TTG Wolf, Jason, or Wolf TTG?
TTG Wolf.
TTG Wolf. Okay, so if you guys are here specifically for Jason, use coupon code TTG Wolf. Otherwise, use the coupon code TTGBM2020, and that'll get you guys a 30% discount. All right, so that was kind of a little announcement that I wanted to make that I'm sharing with everybody. We were going to expire it tonight, but I said, well, what the hell? I want people to be able to have other sources of income and really be able to get the access to the information they need to be successful at this, guys. So we're extending this offer until April 30th. I wasn't going to share that until later in the live stream, but a lot of you were asking questions about how to sign up, so I wanted to share that with you.
All right. What's your next query, people?
Let's see. So, all right, guys. Well, I'll take like maybe one or two more questions. I'll take maybe one or two more questions. No, Corey Brown. So Corey Brown asks, is the basic beginner level course the same price as the membership course? Corey, and everybody else listening, the courses are included for free with your membership. Okay. So when you sign up to True Trading Group, you're getting a year access to the chat room and all the trade alerts. I mean, I include all of our courses for free. You guys get access to all of the courses that are currently available, as well as all future courses that come out down the road. So right now we have a beginner and foundation courses. We've got advanced courses, option courses, trader psychology courses, how to thrive during a stock market crash courses. All of that is included with your membership. There's no upsells ever. So I'm constantly coming out with new course material. And every time I come out with a new course, you automatically get access to it. There's no upsell. It's not like, oh, hey, brand new course, $300. When you guys join the TTG fam, your members, you're part of the family. You get access to every single piece of content and education material that we have. So we're like, the Netflix of trading communities is what I like to say. You just, pay one membership price, you get access to all the content.
And also, I think if you sign up for Mike or myself, depending if you came through my Twitter, so I just fired off a tweet right now, maybe go out there and retweet it, because you never know when you might ask me to retweet a GoFundMe. Mike and I are doing, or I know I'm doing one-on-ones for the people that come through. So basically sit down, well, not sit down because, social distancing. I'll go through, I'll take a look at your portfolio, what you're holding, or, if you don't feel comfortable with me taking a look at some of the pot stock bags that you might be holding, we'll just kind of go through different trade strategies, like what works for me, and, where I think, where I would put money if somebody had a gun to my head, which I think really is worth the membership on its own. So yeah.
Mike, well, hell, Jason. In that case, guys, I'm gonna do it too. So we're both gonna do it. Jason, cool. We're both gonna do it.
There you go.
All right, guys, we're both gonna do it. So, guys, anybody that signs up tonight with the 30% discount, TTG BM 2020, anybody that signs up tonight with that discount, you've got a couple hours to do it. We'll get a free one-on-one mentor session with myself or Jason, whoever you prefer. Tonight only. It's only if you sign up tonight, you get a free one-on-one mentor session where we can review your trades. Like I said, Jason can go over your pot stock holdings, but we can review your trading. We can identify anything or talk about any specific topics that you guys would like. So whoever you prefer. If you want to do a one-on-one with myself, you want to do a one-on-one with Jason, it's whoever you prefer. But if you guys sign up tonight, Jason and myself will commit to a free one-on-one session with you guys. All right. So again, guys, just use coupon code TTGBM2020. And then if you're here for Jason, when you go through checkout, just select that you heard about TTG from Jason. So at the checkout, you'll have a little box will pop up, how'd you hear about us? You click on Jason if you're here from Jason's Twitter. All right. But TTG BM 2020, guys, gets that 30% discount and a free one-on-one with Jason and myself only for tonight for the free one-on-one. But the 30% discount we are extending until the end of April.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes, Vin. Guys, Vin Lamb wants to know, is this possible alongside an at-home 8-to-5 job? Absolutely, Vin. The majority of our members are part-time traders. The majority of our members do have other jobs and other responsibilities during the day. Some people only trade, a couple days a week. Some people only trade a couple hours a day. Some people trade strictly from their cell phone because we have a text message service where you can follow along with what it is that we're trading, even if you can't be in chat. Jason and I are not scalpers. It's very important that you guys understand that. Scalpers are traders that are in and out within seconds to minutes. That's not my trading style. It's not Jason's trading style. Our trades last several minutes to several hours to a few days, possibly a week when we're doing swing trades. So they're very easy to follow along. But many members, Vin, the majority of our members do have other part-time jobs. And that's why we do the text message alerts so you can follow along with what we're trading, even though you can't be in chat. And we also send emails when we're entering swing trades. So swing trades, you get an email and a text message. The day trades, you get the text message and obviously the alert, the live alert inside of the chat also. No, Jonathan Evans says, is there a monthly payment plan? Jonathan, there's not a monthly payment plan. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why there's not a payment plan, a monthly plan, because when you sign up, you automatically get access to all of the courses. There's no upsell. You automatically get access to the courses. Okay. The full curriculum, everything, nuts and bolts, the meat and potatoes from start to finish. You get everything as soon as you guys sign up. And Jason and I really take mentorship and guidance very, very seriously. That's why we're giving out a free one-on-one mentorship to anyone that signs up tonight. We take it very seriously. I really do take that title of mentor seriously. I know what it means to get good quality mentorship. If I didn't have it when I worked at the hedge fund, if I didn't have my mentor, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I take it very seriously. And if I'm willing to put the time in to do serious one-on-one mentorship, I only really want people that are serious about learning this. And this is not for everybody. Okay. This is not for everybody. If you're looking to just get rich quick, it's not for you. But if you're willing to learn a skill and you really want to be able to become a consistently profitable trader, and it's something that you're motivated and you're dedicated towards achieving, Jason and I are here to help guide you every single step of the way, answer your questions, and mentor you throughout that process. So that's why we don't have a monthly payment plan. Go ahead, Jason.
Sorry, Mike. Yeah, we don't have a monthly payment plan. Mike, why don't you just give them a walkthrough and, like just a quick, of the courses.
Yeah.
That way we could get into some of the other stuff, and it's early enough that we can track and just be like, hey, if you want to see where the walkthrough is, just go to minute. Blah, 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 blah.
I'll do that. We have a lot of people that are asking about it, guys. We have a lot of people that are asking about the membership and everything. So, guys, what I'm going to do right now, I was going to do the dashboard walkthrough towards the end of the live stream, but I mean that's enough Q&A. So now we kind of finished up the Q&A. We gave people plenty of time to log on. I'm going to go through the member dashboard. I'm going to walk through the back end of the website, just show you guys what the dashboard looks like. And then Jason and I are going to get into our trade recaps on the day, because I really want to get into this, this SGBX trade with you, because it was a textbook trade line VWAP crossover, and I really want to go through those check marks with you. So for those of you interested, I'm going to take you guys to the back end of the website now. Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. So here is the member dashboard. This is what the back end of the site will look like when you guys log in to your member dashboard. And the first thing that you notice is today's watch list. Okay, so here's where you guys will see our watch list for the day. So these are the stocks that we are watching coming into the trading session. Now, it doesn't mean that during the day, as the day progresses, that new stocks get added to the watch list that maybe were not on the pre-market watch list, stocks that pop up on our scanner. But this is where I told you guys earlier at 8:45 a.m. Eastern time, this watch list gets posted every single day to your member dashboard. So as soon as you log in the morning, you know exactly what stocks we're watching, what stocks we're following, and most importantly, why we're following those stocks and what we expect them to do. What I will show you guys is that the first thing you notice here on the top right are the badges. Okay, these are all the course badges. Every single course on our website has a quiz at the end. If you score an 85% or higher on the quiz, you get a badge for that course. If you earn all the badges, you get you become TTG certified, which is really cool. It lets you and other members know that you got a professional education, you passed all the courses, you now know what you're talking about, because the material that's in the courses is the same material that I learned when I worked at the hedge fund. Okay, I sat in a classroom for 3 months while I worked at that hedge fund, and I had to pass a program before I was able to trade with their money. That material is what I've simplified and created the TTG courses. So as we kind of get through here, guys, that's the badges that you see here, the colorful section on the top right. And you can see here's the trading chat room. That's where you would enter the chat room during the day and partake through the daily chat. And then here's all of the courses. Okay, before I get to the courses, I want to show you guys the stock profile section, because I really like the stock profile section. It's a real cool value add here that members really get a lot of value from. That's included with the membership. And this is where you can enter any ticker that you guys want, any stock that you're interested in. Let's say you're interested in Apple. Okay, you click on Apple. It automatically populates for you a free downloadable report that gives you an entire analyst report on Apple. Okay, but as we scroll down, you see all of this data and an interactive chart, which is really cool. You guys don't need to go bouncing back and forth when you're doing your due diligence at night or over the weekend. You don't have to bounce back and forth between programs. You can do this all right in your member dashboard. Interactive chart. You can set the dates. Here's all your, high, low, close, VWAP, volume, shares traded, price. All of that stuff is available for you guys here. Just a profile on the company. Okay. News, press releases the company puts out, curated stories, SEC filings, corporate events, let you know about, dividend payments, earnings reports. Okay, all that information is right here for you guys at your fingertips. Financials, here's all their financial information. You guys have access to all of that right here. And then this is my favorite part, the analyst rating section. The analyst rating section is my favorite and our members' favorite as well, because it compiles all the analysts that are covering Apple into one section to let you know what the analyst community thinks about Apple. Okay, you can see here the general consensus is a strong buy. And here's your scale. Okay, here's the current general consensus rating for Apple. And you can see here's how many have a strong buy, a moderate buy, a hold, a moderate sell, and a strong sell. You guys can see kind of everything here. What are all the analysts thinking of? And as you can see, Apple is currently ranked first in its industry. Okay, so this is just a really, really cool section of the website that's included with your membership that I love. Also, guys, within the next 1 or 2 months, we are going to have a level 2 subscription included, level 2 service included with your subscription. So when you guys become members of your trading group, we will have a level 2 service available for you, so you don't have to go outside and pay for another level 2 service. You guys will be able to access level 2 in real time, level 2, right on your TTG dashboard. Okay, so that's another cool service that we're coming out with within the next probably 1 or 2 months. I expect that service to be live for members, which is cool. Can save you guys some money on a level 2 service. Now let's get in. Here's the courses. Okay, here's all the courses, guys. All right, I will jump to, let's say, the options course. Okay, here you guys can see the options course. You guys can see we have 13 different chapters in the options course. I'll take you guys back to, let's go to the advanced course section. Here's the advanced course section. We'll just click on, let's see. Let's go to the TTG triangle. My favorite pattern. So guys, every single course comes in a video form and also a text form. So if you're a visual learner, if you like to read through text, whatever you prefer, you have a video section and you have a text section. You have a text section as well, excuse me. So you guys can see, you know, here's the video.
Okay, now as we get into chapter 2.
So there's your video, and then you have all the different, different chapter lessons. So you have, each course has different chapters, each chapter has different lessons, and then, okay, each course has its own quiz at the very end. So I just want to, take a quick minute and just show you guys kind of what the back end looks like here on your member dashboard, get you guys familiar with the courses and how user-friendly that they are. And then we also have the premium blog section, which is really cool. The premium blog section, guys, is updated daily by myself and the other moderators in chat. There's trade ideas that are posted here, trade recaps, general market commentary, educational information, top 3 things to watch each day, just information, stuff going on in the news. Okay, here's a swing trade alert. All of this stuff is updated daily on the premium blog. Some really good content that's posted there by myself and the rest of the moderators. Also, guys, if you are familiar with the extremely popular Reddit page known as Wall Street Bets, they've got over 1.1 million members on their Reddit page. We are partnering with them to do an advanced options section that's going to be coming on the site soon. So remember I said that we are constantly adding new course material to the dashboard and brand new courses. We are going to be adding, we have one of the top option traders from Wall Street Bets is going to be helping, going to be joining True Trading Group as a moderator, and is going to be working with Jason and myself and Chris, another one of our option traders. And we're going to be putting together an advanced options course. So the options course that is available on the site right now covers, buying calls, buying puts, basic call put trading, different hedging strategies. But we're going to come out with an advanced course to talk about credit spreads, iron condors, butterflies, all the different complex option strategies as well. That's going to be coming out in the very near future as we're partnering with Wall Street Bets to kind of roll that out as well. Okay, so I just want to kind of fill you guys in with kind of what's going on, what new features and resources and material that is coming out down the road. And as a TTG member, all of this is included in your membership for free, no upsells ever. Okay, so I just want to take a couple minutes and show you guys that back end of the website. Okay, so I think that gets us into, and that gets us now into, guys, the kind of trade recaps. So like I said, I'm going to cover this SGBX trade with you. Jason, I'll go first if you don't mind. I'll cover my SGBX trade. And then Jason will go over his Roku 100% option trade and his Apple 100% option trade. And I'm going to talk about my XGBX trade. Guys, do not forget though, okay? Do not forget, if you guys want a free one-on-one mentor session with myself or Jason, we're going to give that away for free for anyone that signs up tonight with that 30% discount. So TTG BM 2020 gets you a 30% discount and also gets you a free one-on-one with either myself or Jason, whichever one of us you prefer to speak to, whoever you want to pick their brain. We're gonna throw that in for you guys tonight. Anybody that signs up tonight. Okay. So let's get into this SGBX trade. Let's talk about this recap. Now, guys, this is a textbook trade line VWAP crossover pattern. Okay. This is my second favorite chart setup. You guys will learn this. It has an entire chapter in the advanced course section on the website. You guys will learn the trade line VWAP crossover, but I'm going to break this down for you in great detail right now and kind of give you an inside look as to what you can expect in these courses, because this is exactly how I teach it. Okay. So we're going to go through, basically, you're about to see what the video section looks like for the trade line VWAP crossover. I'm going to share this pattern with you guys because I love the YouTube community so damn much. You guys show me so much love. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell with your mouse. Make sure you guys don't miss any more videos or live streams when I go live and we do these Q&A sessions, or I post free lessons, both mental and technical, on a daily basis. And when I have cool guests like Mr. Spatafora himself, the Wolf. All right, guys, so let's get into this SGBX trade. Okay. So like I said, SGBX popped up on my radar early in the morning because of the gap up, and then it was halted. Okay. So this is what caused it to jump up on my radar. Went off on the scan, high a day, had the gap up, was halted, came across the scanner. I pulled it up. I looked at it. It did nothing off the trading halt. Boom, pooped out, crapped out, I had completely lost interest in this stock for the entire rest of the morning. Did not care at all about what the stock was doing. I didn't even look at it again. Then all of a sudden the stock starts popping up on the scanner again. And all of a sudden, I'm gonna actually move my face and Jason's face to the center of the screen because I want you guys to see this volume over here because it's crucial to the setup. So you guys see the stock starts to make a move here back above VWAP. Okay, this is wrong drawing tool. This is a significant move. Okay, the stock has gotten itself back above VWAP. Guys, pay very close attention to this part of the live stream because I'm going to break down for you this exact setup. Everything you want to look for, everything that I was looking at, the reason why I pulled the trigger on this trade. Okay, I'm going to break it down for you right now. So even serious, I'm not joking. Get out a paper and pen. Take advantage of this time on the live stream. You can ask questions. We'll get to the questions. If we don't answer it in the chat, comment on the video. I will get to each and every single one of your questions, guys. I promise. Okay. But we have this move back above VWAP. Typically, I do not trust lunchtime breakouts. I don't trade lunchtime breakouts. I don't chase them. I don't trust them. Reason why I don't trust lunchtime breakouts, they tend to fail more often than they give you follow through. The reason for that is because in order for a stock to have follow through, it needs one very specific thing, and that is strong, steady, consistent volume. If you do not have strong, steady, consistent volume, a stock is not going to give you follow through. So the reason why the stocks tend to fail during lunchtime, typically volume is lighter during lunchtime. That's why a lot of lunchtime breakouts fail. That's why you always hear me say, I don't trust lunchtime breakouts. Now, when you should pay attention to lunchtime breakouts is when it is accompanied with abnormal volume, strong, steady, increasing volume. If the stock's breaking the high of the day, preferably, you want to see it be the heaviest volume in the entire day. If a stock's breaking the high of the day during lunchtime. Lunchtime is typically from 12 to 2 Eastern time. Okay. This stock started to make its move at about 115, 120, which is still during lunchtime. However, look at the volume that came in during that move. Look at the volume that came in during that move. That is what got my attention. This move back above VWAP coupled with this volume is what got my attention. This is when I started looking back at SGBX. I came on the microphone. We have some members, TTG members that are part of this live stream right now. You guys can testify to this. I came on the microphone at that precise moment and I said, guys, possible trade line VWAP crossover setting up on SGBX. Watch for that trade line to cross over VWAP. See if it holds support. I'm looking to get long. We could see a short squeeze this afternoon. Verbatim what I said today in chat. Verbatim. Members that are in here, you guys can confirm it. Okay? Members that are in here, type away. Type away in the comment section. Okay. Type of way to let people know that we talked about this. And we talked about this potential short squeeze. Notice how the trade line is this yellow line on my screen. VWAP is this orange line. Okay. This trade line has never once crossed over VWAP this entire day. You see, since the opening bell, the yellow line never got above the orange line the entire day. When you are looking at a trade line VWAP crossover, always remember the very first crossover will be the strongest. The very first crossover will be the strongest. But there's two very important things that you want to make sure occur when you get that trade line VWAP crossover to let you know that it's in play. This is my second favorite setup, but it doesn't mean it works all the time. There is no such thing as a setup or pattern that works 100% of the time. So in order to increase the probability of this trade working, you want to see two things when you get a trade line VWAP crossover. The first, a sharp increase in share price. Check. The second, a sharp increase in volume. Check. So we got the two things that I need to look for a trade line VWAP crossover. Now, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit more clearly. We get our pullback. Here's our pullback back into what? The trade line VWAP area. Right here is your trade line VWAP crossover. You guys see at this moment, the yellow line for the first time all day crossed up and over VWAP. You also notice during the pullback, there's your pullback. Look how light the volume was compared to the volume on the way up. Exactly the same type of volume and price action that you like to see. Strong, steady, increasing volume on the way up, lower volume on the pullback. But you guys can see we pulled back into where? Perfectly into the trade line. There's my support on the trade line. That is when I took advantage of the setup and I jumped in long right there at $4.84. I actually took a screenshot in chat of my trade alerts. And I'll show you guys the trade alerts. Here we are in chat. You guys can see long SGBX from $4.84 at 1:39 p.m. Back to the charts. So there's the entry price. Now, remember what I just said, how I don't trust lunchtime breakouts. Okay. Now, this still was lunchtime when I entered this trade. So as we make our first move, we get up here to our previous pivot high. That's your previous pivot high. To be safe, I sold 25% of my position right there in front of the high of the day. Okay. So right there in front of the high of the day, 25% of my position came off the table. Back to my trade announcements. You can see took some profit at 518, still holding the bulk of my position. Okay. Then you guys see volume kicks back in, pushes us right through the high of the day. On that take through the high of the day, as we break through the high of the day, I take the bulk of my position off the table. Back to my announcements, you can see here, guys, took more profit at 550. Sold the bulk of my position at 550 on that new high. Let me go back and delete that and that. So here's the entry, your first take profit, your second take profit, and then you guys can see the trade line comes into play again and continues to push this stock higher. Right here, my final take profit, $7.15. Back to my announcements. There it is. Final take profit, SGBX, 715. Monster trade, all thanks to a trade line VWAP crossover pattern. Notice on the alert, the stop loss was 450. That puts me where? Right below VWAP. Here's 450. There's your 450. So there's my stop loss. There's my entry. And you want to talk about risk reward. You're talking about risking 30 cents to potentially make, almost $3. Now that's solid risk reward. And I left a ton on the table. This thing squeezed like hell late in the day. Went all the way up to $12 after market. We've since pulled back in to $9, but this thing squeezed like hell all afternoon. And I left a ton on the table, but I'm totally okay with that, guys. Your job as a trader, remember this. Your job as a trader is not to catch a stock's entire move. Your job as a trader is to identify high probability setups and patterns Identify good risk reward, manage your risk, stick to your game plan, and execute good trades. P&L will be a byproduct of good trade execution. Your job is to not buy SGBX at $3.50 and sell it at $12. That's not your job. I'm not mad the stock went to $12 after market. I'm not mad it went to $9 while the market was still open. My final take profit was at $7.15. I pulled out a really great trade from $4.84, final take profit at $7.15. I will take that each and every single day. And it was a home run trade. Would have been a grand slam if I sold at 10, 11, or 12, but was still a home run. It was an absolute home run of a trade. And it all goes back to a trade line VWAP crossover pattern. This is my second favorite breakout pattern behind the TTG triangle. This is what you guys will learn in the advanced course section on the website with the 30% discount for TTG BM 2020. And if you guys sign up tonight, you get a free one-on-one mentor session with myself or Jason. We can talk about the trade line VWAP cross. We can talk about the TTG triangle. We can talk about your trades individually. Whatever it is that you guys want to discuss, Jason and I will be here for you to mentor, guide you, and answer any of your questions. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about SGBX and about my trade? Stockman, what that means, 80% of True Trading Group members within the first 6 months, they make the subscription fee, which is $1,047. They make that back 7 to 10 times within the first 6 months of their membership at True Trading Group. That's what that means. It's a survey that we did with our True Trading Group members, and it's about 80% of them make 7 to 10 times the subscription fee within the first 6 months of joining.
And a few people actually made they paid for their subscription fee today that were part of TTG Tuesday.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so, a lot of guests in chat today, guys. They made well more than the subscription fee just being in chat. Yo, Ro, what's up? Guys, Ro, what's up, man? I see you in chat, brother. Guys, Ro is one of the original True Trading Group members. Ro is actually one of the first members to achieve a very significant financial milestone trading. I'm not going to put him on blast in chat, but Ro is one of the original TTG fam. But Ro asks, when I'm up big on my risk reward like that, do I trail the stop after taking profit, or do I just keep it in place? Nice, Ro, my man. Guys, check it. All right, so Ro, congratulations, bro. Ro just hit 70K profit this month. 70 grand. Ro, I love it, bro. Music to my ears. I love seeing you win. Guys, Ro is one of the original True Trading Group members. He can speak to the education. Ro, it's music to my ears, bro. $70,000 in profit just this month. Ro has been with us for 3 years, guys. I love it. I absolutely love it. But Ro, to answer your question, yes, I move my stop loss up as the trade works in my favor. Let me explain why. Okay. You guys have to consider this. Okay. If I'm taking profits off on my position, if you are taking profits off on your position, you should be moving your stop loss at that point in time because something has changed. Okay. So let me go back. So after my second take profit right there, right? Here's my entry. There's my take profit. I now no longer need to hold this all the way back down to this 450, 445 area. Now you can stop out on this maybe around VWAP, which sits currently around 470. You don't have to wait for 445. So I move my stop loss up as the trade works in my favor. Some traders like to use trailing stops that calculates it automatically for you. I like to control my stop losses manually. And I just like to, as the trade works in my favor, as I'm peeling profit off the table, as the stock moves in my direction, I move my stop loss up with it and protect the rest of the profit on the trade as the stock extends in my favor. So great, Ro, great question. Great question. And Ro, congratulations, bro, on hitting the 70K mark this month. That's a hell of an accomplishment, man. I love hearing it. Really is music to my ears, brother. Congratulations. Yes, aka MEPS asks, what time frame is my trend line? The 9 EMA. Yes, it's the 9 EMA. The trade line could be the 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 exponential moving average. I use the 9. They're all very similar. Like the 9 and the 10 are going to be extremely similar. The 11 and the 12 are going to be extremely similar. It's personal preference at that point. I use the 9, but I do know some traders that use the 8, the 10, the 11, the 12. I use the 9. Ro asks, do I usually wait for my second take profit before moving my stop loss? It depends on the setup, Ro. It depends on the setup. So in this case, for this trade, I waited for my second take profit to move my stop loss, just because of this particular setup, where I felt, so here was the first take profit, and on this pullback, I held through it because we were still above VWAP, and I wanted to wait for us to come out of lunchtime. I didn't want to stop out of this trade, let's say here, while we're still above VWAP going into the afternoon session, because the afternoon session is when I'm looking to see, will this stock get an increase in volume to give me the follow through? So in this setup specifically, I waited for my second take profit to move my stop loss up, and that's how we just start this rocket of a move, and my final take profit up there at 715. Okay. But there will be other trade setups where I move my stop loss after my first take profit. Depends on the trade setup. Every setup is going to be different. All right. Anybody else have any questions about the SGBX trade, about the trade line VWAP crossover, before Jason gets into his Roku trade? And Jason, I'll pull the Roku chart up on my screen for you. Just tell me when you want daily chart, 3-minute, 15-minute, hourly, whatever it is. I'll pull it up.
You pick your poison. I'm trading from memory, baby.
Oh, Vikram. So Vikram, I literally just went over all of that. Vikram asked, Mike, what triggered you to go into SGBX today? What triggered what time you went in? What was your analysis before you went in? Vikram, you must have just logged on. I literally just spent the last 20 minutes going over the SGBX trade. So, I would just make sure you got to go back and watch this to get that analysis. I just covered it for the last 15 or 20 minutes or so. When I say what's a bear flag, Danny? I don't see any bear flag. A bull flag. Yeah, it looks like my screen froze. Yeah, looks like my screen froze. Huh. Not sure why my screen is frozen now, guys.
Mike, it could just be because everybody is using their internet.
I don't know.
I mean, no, it's happening. I'm sure everybody is experiencing some lag or stuff like that.
Yeah, but the whole YouTube page is frozen. I am not sure why, guys. Huh. Let's let me try something real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this screen back. You guys can hear me fine, but
Yeah, everybody just pull the chart. Close and Mike, just close and reopen the video.
close and reopen what video?
The little box, the tile.
No.
Well,
Guys, I'm not sure why the screen just froze on YouTube. Because my screen is not frozen. Hey.
glad I wasn't picking my nose when it froze.
Okay, I muted myself.
So, can you guys hear me? While Mike is on the phone, I guess I'll talk.
What do you mean the webinar? You mean exit?
So I'm going to look at your questions.
You want me to exit it?
Disconnect and reconnect the stream. I'll let them figure it out. As long as you guys can hear me, I'm looking at the questions.
Should I stop my screen share maybe on the Zoom?
So shoot. We'll do rapid fire. How about that?
Mike Edward.
You can hear me both. Can you hear Mike? X puts thoughts. Look, I did not trust that X move today.
No, I don't know why it's frozen.
And I think
if I disconnect Wirecast,
if it moved on Trump talking about infrastructure projects, then I think that's silly. X will follow the market, and if I believe that the market is going to pull back, which I do, X will pull back and follow suit.
Taking my screen and putting it onto the YouTube.
I mean, do I think X is undervalued? Yeah, long term for sure.
Yeah.
But this is the biggest move that it's made in a couple of weeks with nothing really going on.
Yeah, I mean, right now
they're shutting down plants. They're laying people off. The news isn't good. So I think a $6 put or, a 650 put would be great. So tomorrow what I'll be looking for is 650 puts. Maybe not for this week, but for next week. Right now I'm in the $6 put for this week. And I think if I could get it down to 620, I'll be able to pull like 25, 30% profit, and maybe, give myself a little insurance policy and reload it. Either that put for probably for next week. So that's the way I like to trade US Steel. Yeah, somebody was definitely messing with the option today because it went and then somebody was blocking just with a stack of options, and it wanted to run and it just couldn't because, it just wasn't there.
Jason, real quick, guys, I think this is an issue on YouTube's end because nothing is frozen on my end. Guys, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to disconnect my feed to YouTube and reconnect it. I do not know if that's going to automatically end the live stream or not. If it does, we'll get it back on. You guys just log back in. So I'm going to give this a shot. Disconnecting it and reconnecting it, and then we'll see if that unfreezes this. It's definitely on YouTube's end because my screen, Jason's screen, everything is fine. It's something on YouTube's end. So I'm going to try disconnecting and reconnecting. Let's see if that makes a difference. So just bear with me, guys. Hello. I disconnected Wirecast. Turn it back on. Screen still frozen. All right, let's try that. So leave the meeting. Yeah. I don't know. Am I? My computer looks completely normal. The YouTube video, when I'm actually in the YouTube stream, the screen is still frozen. And now there's just like a circle. Yeah, I'm back on, but the screen is still frozen. It's on that same image. Yeah. It's not letting me.